is it a bit of a mixture of pride and frustration at the end of that?
No, more so pride, I would say. I think the lads gave absolutely everything, and you can have days where it's fine margins between putting someone through on goal and managing to slip it in the far corner. And I thought the way the team approached it, how aggressive they were, how they stuck to the game plan. Couldn't ask any more from them, really. Of course, I would like us to score because we created some huge opportunities, 1v1s for Pedro and Cunha, and loads of really good opportunities. And unfortunately today we couldn't take them. But a good point, a really good point.
Yeah, we looked at those chances, especially in the second half already. Was it just a case of everything else went absolutely perfectly and right how you hoped, except that sort of finishing touch?
Yeah, when I spoke to you guys before the game, I said we were going to try and be aggressive, and it would open us up to some situations that Brighton may benefit from. But we had faith that it would give us some real good opportunities on transition. Pedro and Cunha being able to be up the pitch and trying to regain it and get them in 1v1 situations worked really, really well. And we can't criticise Pedro and Cunha too much. The numbers they've produced so far this season have been incredible. They worked their socks off again this evening. And if we can get the team to keep performing like that and keep getting them in good situations, they'll definitely benefit from it.
Guys, is that one of the things you've worked on most of the build-up for this game in terms of staying solid? They'll have their times where they have good possession, break lines, but you're staying compact, forcing the ball wide, and then when balls come in the box, you've got the likes of Dawson, Kilman. They'll just clean up, clear it, get your team up the pitch, and then work on the break.
Yeah, so Brighton have got a few boys missing, of course, as have we, but mainly wide players. No Matoma, no Solly March, Ansu Fati's away. So there are some situations that they would normally benefit from on the sides of the pitch that we felt we'd be able to cope with. And of course, you have some moments like this where you have to defend your goal and you have to dig in. But as a whole, really aggressive, sort of man-for-man pressing shape where everyone knew who they were going after. We didn't leave anyone spare. Dawson, Max having to defend 1v1 at times. And of course, you do open yourself up to some of these bits where you have to, heart in mouth and bodies on the line. But similar to the other end, they'd have had some moments like that at their end, and that was the type of game that we came here to play and we thought we could benefit from.
Hey Gaz, obviously being solid like that is so important when you come to a place like this, but how good is it when you've got a player like Neto and you've got that option to stretch teams on the break?
Yeah, that was really the main reason we were so aggressive. I've come here before, obviously last season with Bournemouth, and we had to give up a lot of territory, an awful lot of territory, and sort of press with one man less. And whereas today it was okay, let's be really, really aggressive. Max, Dorsch, you're going to have to deal with some situations that you might be uncomfortable in. But the benefit is that when we get it back, we're going to have Pedro Neto on the halfway line, Mateus Cunha on the halfway line. So we may have to defend 7v7, but when we can attack, it may be 2v2. And hoped that we would benefit more from it than they did. And in the end, it was probably a fairly fair result. I think a draw, our chances may be slightly clearer, but we'll take a point and move on.
And Pedro was given man of the match. What did you think of his overall night? Because I know he's made a couple of sub appearances, but it was his first start since October.
Yeah, this was the thing with him, really, just trying to get him on the shoulder and give him spaces to run in behind, or get him peeling off to the side and isolate him against their big centre backs. Fancied him to score this one coming inside on his left foot. Really, really good at them. Works hard on them in training. You can see again, same picture. Pedro 1v1, top of the pitch. Can we release him early? I thought he was good. We've been really careful with him. We've sort of nursed him back. Probably played him for slightly longer tonight than I thought, just because I still felt there was a goal in him towards the end. These sort of situations, 75 minutes, we should probably have been looking to take him off, but just pushed it a little bit, see if we could get 3 points. And some real good chances that he created for us. Very, very good performance.
That one there with Cunha especially, I don't know what you thought. He could have gone with his left foot maybe, but with the follow-up, it was a difficult one maybe. But.
Yeah, and there's a few of these, and now this one where he goes early and you can get it in the near post. And then I think there's one here where Cunha checks for the cutback. Cunha normally flying in at the back post there, gets a tap in. So just one of them nights where they were slightly off. They didn't quite go for us in and around the goal. But a really good performance that the lads should be proud of, because it's a difficult place to come.
And still unbeaten, level on points now with Newcastle, even though your position in the table doesn't change. But how good a position does that leave you in going into this second half of the season now?
Yeah, it leaves us. Yeah, obviously we're pleased with the spot we're in. When I came in, we were tasked with trying to keep the team in the league. We knew we weren't going to be able to add any players really in the summer. Was going to have to go with what we got. Haven't managed to do anything in January yet. So we are a small group, and the aim was to stay up, and we're well on track at this moment. of course, we start to look up now, looking up at your team there, Lindsay, see if we can catch them. But yeah, no, everyone's in a good spot, but it can change quickly. So focus has to remain. Big cup game at the weekend that the fans will be desperate for us to go and win. So lads have put a big shift in again today. So let's get them recovered and ready to go.
Yeah, West Brom, that is one to look forward to, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It'll be a big game. Lads are looking forward to it. I know we needed to make sure they stayed focused on this one, but now it's important they understand what it means to the people in the area and get them recovered. Won't be much training between now and then, light stuff, and make sure we go there full of energy.
Gary, thanks for coming out to join
You're
us.
welcome.
Thanks for taking Crouchy off our hands.
Yeah, no,
earlier as
anytime.
well.
Yeah, send him in
Really
anytime.
appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks so much.
See you later.
Cheers,
See you
guys. Thanks,
guys.
mate.
See you,
Cheers.
City. See you, mate.